everybody! Today I have an exciting review of a hair tool for you, and I've never reviewed a hair tool on my channel or blog, I don't think. So this is exciting and different, and it is what I consider to be a high-end hair tool. It is from T3 and it is their Twirl 360 curling iron. And not only is this beautiful, it looks like if Apple or maybe Marc Jacobs made a curling iron. It's beautiful, but also it has magical superpowers and it's super fancy. So if you love gadgets like I do and you kind of, I don't know how to say this without sounding bad, you kind of like gimmicks. I mean, I do. So this is really cool because it senses which way your wrist is turned, and through gyroscopic technology, I mean, I've always wanted to say that term, same technology used in aviation, BTW, it turns for you in the direction it senses your wrist. So the barrel is made of ceramic and tourmaline, which is a very good heat conductor and much better on your hair than, say, just like metal. So like the curling iron I had prior to this is just a Conair one, and you know, it worked fine, but I don't think it was so great on my hair. I mean, it was not ceramic for sure, so it could have been conducting heat unevenly and therefore kind of damaging part of my hair. So this has 2 speed settings, and that means that the speed is like the rate at which it is twirling for you. It has 5 heat settings. So I initially used the highest setting because I have very thick hair and I have a lot of it. But then I kind of smelled like the burning hair smell. So I am going to be using it on the second to highest to show you in this demonstration. It shuts off after an hour, thank goodness. Why doesn't every appliance in the world do that? Like, I mean, is there anything worse than thinking you left a hot appliance on? Like, they should all shut off after an hour. It has a really long cord, 8.5 feet, which I guess is a professional length. So that's great, and it's a 360 cord, so it turns with it. So I mean, it's not gonna get tangled up. So that's awesome as well. All right, so let me show you how this works. I'm going to zoom out so you can see more of this hair, and we will get going with the demonstration. Okay, so my hair is freshly washed and dried. I will tell you a little bit more about my hair type so you know what I'm dealing with here. So I have a lot of hair. It is very thick and it's prone to oiliness. So that's why I washed mine. I mean, I know they tell you second day hair curls and hold curl best or whatever, but you know what? My hair feels gross on the second day. So I'm just brushing it out to make sure there's no snarls, and we're going to section it out. I don't section with like a comb because, you know, I'm just not that professional, I guess, but I'm going to go from my ears and make this first section. Sectioning is really important, especially if you have a ton of hair like I do. Grab my curling iron. So you want to, per the instructions, you want to take the iron down the hair and then go all the way to the end, clamp it, and then once you get it in there, push this button and it is twirling it up for me. I have this on the slow speed, and I'm doing that because the fast speed is fast, and if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, and I'm often not, it's a little too fast. So once you get the hang of it, you can use the fast speed, and it's not going to speed up your process that much, but that was slow. So I'll let that sit a little bit, and then I'm just going to release it. And you have this. I like to kind of push it up. I'm not going to mess with this whatsoever until the end. So you don't have to do this part because I didn't when I first tried this, but if you double click the go button, which is the button that makes it spin, it's supposed to return. Nope, it's not going to do it. Alright, so I'm just going to take another section, and I'm rolling away from my face. That is usually the most flattering look if you do like those, you know, beachier waves. But you can certainly alternate. You can do roll towards your face. You can do more of a roll up and release. So it makes very nicely formed curls that I can tell. Just gonna work in sections. Sometimes I can't find the button. That is the only thing I would say. I kind of struggle once I've got the hair in there to find that button because I don't want it sitting too long, just clamping the end. So that's one thing maybe I would criticize there. The go button placement sometimes doesn't feel as convenient as it could. I kind of wish it was more on the main shaft. I can't think of a better word for that. Because at first I thought, well, we're just getting so lazy, aren't we? We're like, I don't want to even have to turn my wrist. But for the back pieces, it's really nice. So you're not doing this and then that looks like a T-Rex. So you're not trying to reach back there and it's probably not as vertical as it should be. I think it's helpful that it does the twisting for you on that part. Okay, so I have done this bottom part. Before I move on, so I've curled the bottom layer. Before I move on, I'm going to give it a quick spray after the curls have cooled a little bit. I'm going to shake this all out after, but I do just kind of want to set them into place before I move on. So I'm going to release this, make another section. So take kind of like I guess a mohawk shaped section and twirl your cinnamon bun. And now we're ready for our next layer. So if you want to use it and twirl it yourself, makes no difference. You can certainly do that. And if you do like to use your curling iron in more of a curling wand fashion, you can certainly do that too. Again, I don't know why you would if it's going to do it for you, but you can wrap it around manually and hold it on there and waste both arms doing this. Around my face, I do make them a little looser. So I take about the same amount of hair, but when I'm winding it up, I make a little more space between the curls. So instead of rolling away from my face, I'm gonna do this, press the button and tilt my wrist, and it knows the way my wrist is tilted that I want this rolled the other way. All right, so all of my hair is curled. I have not broken up the curls yet, so this is how they look, which is natural as they are. I'm going to give this top layer a spray. I'm just using a light hold hairspray. This is just Pantene hairspray, flexible hold. I know some people like to brush out their curls. I don't know, it just makes me cringe after you do all that hard work and then I see someone like just brushing it all out. So I just use my fingers to like rough it up. Don't want to brush through my curls. I do like when there's some like separation too, so I don't really want them to be too smoothed out. Kind of like so they have more of like a wind-blown look. I'm going to give it another spray. For my final thoughts on the T3 Twirl 360, I think this is a very high quality styling tool. It is made of ceramic and tourmaline, which is very protective for your hair. It is a high price item. It is $230. This sells at Sephora. Now, is that $230 price tag worth that extra technology? Maybe if you even have like a little bit of carpal tunnel and your wrist hurts, you probably would love that you don't have to turn your wrist. What I don't like about it is, like I said, the go button placement is a little bit strange at times. You can double click to reset it back, but I still struggle. Like I find myself fumbling for that go button while my, ends of my hair are clamped in this. I do like the size. I think this is probably an 1.25 inch, so it's a good size to create a variety of curls. I don't like the power button and the settings, the way you have to select them. So I have to actually read you how to select the speed because it's so confusing to me. So if you want it to go on slow speed, You press the power and temperature switch, which is weird. It's one button. There is no two separate power and temperature buttons. So you press this one button once quickly, and if you want it to be fast, you have to hold it down for 2 seconds to turn it on. So that's just kind of cumbersome, hard to remember. I mean, what if you hold it down accidentally too long? And then if you want to change the speed halfway through, you have to turn off the iron and then turn it on again using those kind of confusing instructions. So like right now, I'm trying to turn it off and it's not even turning off. So I don't know, I find this power button a little bit cumbersome. It says to turn the iron off, hold the power and temperature button down for 1 second until all the lights turn off. 1 second. I mean, now the lights are all on, so I don't know. Okay, now they're off. It's just, that is gonna take me a while. So to set the temperature, you just click until the amount of dots are filled up that you want. I don't know, I find the temperature and speed setting still quite cumbersome, and I don't wanna have to read this every time. The price tag is very high, however, I think if you invest in quality styling tools, they will literally last you forever. I mean, I have a flat iron that I got for graduation, I think, college graduation, in like 2005, and it is still going strong. So if you invest in high quality ceramic styling tools, they will last you forever, and you take care of them. So I think, especially when it comes to your hair, that's not something you want to be subjecting to more damage than necessary. So I think it's definitely worth it to invest in high quality styling tools for your hair. This is super attractive. I love the look of the T3 products, and this is like a rose gold color, so that's just really cool to see a styling tool that is not just like black and silver. So overall, I do really like this. It is much nicer than the previous curling iron I was using, and I do enjoy using it. The curling itself is just kind of fun, but I do really like that it allows you to get better curl as you move towards the back of your head. And if your hair is very, very long, saves your wrist all that twisting action. I think that it's versatile because if you don't want to use the twirling mechanism, you can use it as a regular curling iron as you normally would, and you can use it as a curling wand by not clamping it down. Thank you guys so much for watching me do my hair. I hope that you like it, and I hope this video has been helpful. Ask any questions you might have below. I want to mention that this product was sent to me to review for you guys by iFabbo. So if you want to win an iron for yourself, please read the description bar below and find out how you can win one. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.